My name is Phil Bigras. I'm the manager of the community paramedic program with Waha Paramedic Service. I've lived in the James Bay area for about 10 years now. I first started being a paramedic up in Attawapiskat for about 3 years, and then I've been down here in Moosonee for another 7. So my job is being the manager of the community paramedic program for our paramedic service. And my job basically is building this new program that's offered in the community. It's a free service. We do home visits with the elderly population and the vulnerable. We help kind of bridge those gaps between hospital and home and help people stay at home longer. There's no long-term care facilities in the James Bay area, so we're trying to help them stay close to home longer so they're not being shipped out of town. So we go and we do vital signs, blood pressure checks, blood glucose checks. We can do wound care, blood work, wellness checks. We assist people with appointments and picking up their medications from the pharmacy, and basically whatever kind of needs they might have while living at home. Yeah, it's happened way too often lately. Just with our short staffing after COVID-19, we're having difficulties staffing the paramedics because there wasn't a lot of schools able to run during the pandemic. So now we're very short staffed. And I have lots of funding but unable to kind of staff our program, so there's a lot of days where I'm building the program and having meetings with other paramedic services and hospital organizations in different departments, but I'm also fitting in home visits with our elders and making sure that they have everything they need, but also trying to advance the program. So there's a lot of juggling when you don't have that extra staff. Yeah, there's been a few. I know when I was working on the ambulance on the emergency side, you never really got a thank you. They're kind of rare to come by. You go to someone's house when they're in a crisis, and yeah, they don't really appreciate what you do all the time. We're the community paramedicine, very similar to home care, but you go in their home, you take off your boots, you gain their respect, you sit on their couch, and you just talk to them like they're a person. You're not there in an emergency sense. You're just trying to help them with their daily routine, their daily acts of living, their medications, their appointments. It feels like you're helping your own grandmother or grandfather. And yeah, I have one client that I think if it wasn't for our program, he wouldn't have a leg right now. It'd be amputated. So even though we're not doing that many medical procedures out in the community, just giving the elders company, giving them support, advice, advocating for them at their appointments, checking in, catching that fever that probably would have been missed, and we try to prevent that ambulance call, and we get there before and hopefully can fix the problem they're having before it becomes too severe that they could lose a limb or they could be dead.